In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix an uneven hip for good. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that can quickly fix a lateral pelvic tilt, commonly known as uneven hips. So if you feel like one hip is higher or one hip is lower, definitely don't miss this video. What usually causes uneven hips is because of weakness and tightness in muscles that help support the pelvis and the hips. This includes the quadratus lumborum, the QL muscle, the glutes, and the adductors. So I'm going to show you how to specifically lengthen and strengthen these muscles to help get your hips back into balance. I know nobody wants to hear this, but this is one of those videos that you have to do all of the exercises. So make sure to go through all of them and then do them to get the best results. As a note, all of the exercises can be done at home and require no special equipment. So with that being said, let's fix those uneven hips right now for good. So before we begin with the exercises, it's really important to identify which side is higher and which side is lower. That way we can effectively treat the muscles to get everything in balance. Here's a really easy way to self-check. Take a couple fingers, put them right on your belly button. You're going to pull across and slightly down at the same time. As you do this, you're going to hit two bony landmarks. These are known as the iliac crest. Now looking in front of the mirror, you're going to notice that one side is higher, one side is lower. Identifying this, we can now move on to the exercises to effectively treat them to get everything in balance. So let's start by targeting the quadratus lumborum, or the QL muscle, which runs from the bottom of the ribs to the top of the pelvis. This muscle aids in elevating or lifting the pelvis. So when it becomes tight, you tend to get a high hip side. When it becomes weak, you tend to get a low hip side. As a note, with these exercises, always make it your first priority to do strengthening exercises and then stretches last. When it comes to the quadratus lumborum, whatever side is lowest is going to be the weak side. So I'm going to demonstrate what to do if your right side is lower. If you have it on the left side, just mirror these exercises. So we're going to begin with a strengthening exercise called the hip hike. Very easy to do. You can do this one on a staircase or anything that you can step upon. So what I'm going to do is take the weak side right here and have it off a stair just like this. What you want to do is focus on driving this weak side upward as much as you can, going through your hips, through your pelvis. Don't try to round your back or tilt like this. All the movement needs to come through our hips. The more that you lift that hip up, the more that you're going to feel those muscles engage. You should feel it again. Bottom of the ribs going into the lower back towards the hips right here. You're also going to feel the glutes engage. Hold this one comfortably for 5 seconds and then you're going to relax. And then you want to repeat this one nice and slowly for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And if it does feel like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or two. So after we've helped strengthen the weak side, we now need to move on and stretch the tight side, which would be my left side. I'm going to do an exercise called the ballerina, which you're going to see here in just a second why it's called that. So the tight side, whatever side that you're having, you're going to take that side's leg and put it over the other side just like this, toes pointed straight ahead. Let's put our hand right here, which would be on my weak side, over my hip. I'm going to pull my hand over my head just like this, and now what I'm going to do is tilt through my waist towards the other side. So if my left side is tight, I'm going to tilt towards my right. This will help open up and stretch that tight quadratus lumborum. Again, you should feel that stretch from the bottom of the ribs going into the lower back into the hip. It usually feels really good. With this one, you want to hold for 30 seconds. You're going to relax and then you're going to repeat this one 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. If you want to take this one to the next level, the hand that is stabilizing on the hip, press it towards the other side. This will cause a much deeper stretch to form, but again, only to your comfort level. So let's move on to a muscle that is a personal favorite for many, the glutes, also known as the buttocks. The glutes are a main pelvic and hip stabilizer. When you get weakness off to one side, it tends to cause a high hip. A tight glute tends to cause a low side. So here's a really easy strengthening exercise that you can target a weak glute. Again, I'm going to demonstrate if I have a low hip on my right side, a high hip on my left. If it's the opposite for you, just mirror these images. We're going to do what is known as a one-legged squat. And for this one, we need something sturdy like a chair, preferably one without wheels. So I'm going to get into position by putting all of my body weight onto that weak side. Put it all onto your heel. You want your body nice and upright during this exercise. The other leg is going to go out straight in front of you, just like this. The movement from here is very easy. Let's tighten our core muscles for support around our spine and then clench or squeeze the glutes to make sure that we're activating those. Then you're going to bend your knee and then squat downward, so taking your bottom down and slightly away at the same time. As you go down, you're really going to feel a lot of muscles fire. You're going to feel it in the front part of the leg and the quadriceps, but you're also going to feel it over your backside into the glutes. Really focus on feeling it into the glutes. Go down as far as you feel comfortable. Don't go to the point of pain. If that's the case, come back up just a little bit. And with this exercise, you want to keep your knee straight ahead, so don't let it buckle out or in like this. Keep it nice and straight. Hold this one comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds. You're going to come back up, and then you're going to repeat this one nice and slowly. On each repetition, challenge yourself to go down just a little bit more, because the further you go down, the more this will really activate those glutes. I like to do this for 10 to 15 repetitions, but if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or two. So after we've done strengthening the weak side, let's now move on to addressing the tight side. This stretching exercise we can do seated, so again, we can use our sturdy chair. Whatever side that you're having tightness, you're going to take that side's ankle and place over your other side's knee. So when you look down, it should look like a figure 4. If this position is really hard to get into, here's how to make it easier. Just straighten your other leg out like this, put your ankle over your shin, grab your pant leg or in front of your leg, and then just slide it into position, just like this. What we want to do first is take our hands and cup on the outside of our bent knee. What I'm going to do is pull this bent knee towards my other side shoulder, just nice and slowly. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep stretch form on the outside of your hip. That targets the glutes. You want to hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this one 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. To take this one to the next level, you can do this to target the muscles just a little bit differently. So let's get back into our original position, but this time around, take your bent knee and press it down towards the floor as much as you can. Only the knee, don't use your hands to do this. You're going to feel those muscles start to fire around the glutes. So you want to hold that position, and then you're going to take your arms and cross them over just like this. What I'm going to do is keep my back straight and pivot forward through my waist, lowering my elbows down towards the floor. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep stretch form in the glute. Hold this one comfortably, 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to come back up and then just repeat this one 3 to 5 times. If you want to take this one to even the next level, what you can do as you go forward, rotate through your waist towards the other side, so away from the bent knee side. You'll really feel it open up in the lower back going down into the hip. Give that one a try. And you can also go towards the side of the bent knee. Go through all of those positions. If you notice that one is just targeting glute tightness just a little bit more, at that point, throw more repetitions in. The last muscles that we're going to focus on are the adductors, which run on the inner part of the thigh. These are important hip and pelvic stabilizers. When you get imbalances in these muscles, you tend to notice weakness on the low hip side and tightness on the high hip side. We're going to start by strengthening the weak or the low side. And for demonstrative purposes, I'm going to show it if my right side is lower. Just mirror these images if needed. So this strengthening exercise is very easy to do. You can do it in bed or on a floor. Just position your body where your low side, your weak side, is going to be facing down, just like this. We're going to support our upper body on our forearm, have our body in a nice straight line, and this top leg right here is going to go over our other leg just like this. So we're going to treat our bottom leg right here, the weak side, like a pull. Just keep your knee straight, keep that leg locked. And then you're just going to lift up with that leg towards the ceiling as much as you can. As you do this, you're really going to feel those adductors start to fire. You should feel it in the inner part of the thigh. Challenge yourself to go up as much as you can. Hold this one comfortably for 3 to 5 seconds. You're just going to relax, and then you're going to repeat this 10 to 15 times. And with each repetition, build into it just a little bit more. And if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, you can always throw in another set or two. So after we're done strengthening the weak side, we're now going to move on to stretching the tight side. A really easy stretching exercise that you can do for a tight adductor is the stepping side lunge. Again, I'm going to demonstrate a high hip on my left side, so that's the tight side. To get into position, you're going to have very good upright posture. You want to keep your back as straight as possible during this exercise. Take your hands, put them right on your hips. What you're going to do is take a big step towards the opposite side. So if I have a left side that's tight, I'm going to step towards my right, and then I'm going to lunge into it just like this, keeping this other leg straight as possible. And don't lift up on your foot, keep it flat. The more that you lunge into this, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch on the inner part of your thigh. That's the adductor, so really focus on feeling it there. Hold this one comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. You're just going to relax, come back up. On the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. You want to do this one nice and slowly for 3 to 5 repetitions. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.